All right, welcome everybody. Here we are for the second video of 2022. What we're going to show today is going to be hold the ball, part the wild horse's mane, single whip, and then move hands like clouds. And last is repulse monkey. So those are the ones that we're going to be going over today. That would be 5 total of the 8 forms. And we're also going to really work each one and then put them together at the end. So let's go ahead and start with working each one, and then we'll put them together at the end. I'll start with the opening, and then we're not going to do the opening consistently. We'll just show you the opening again. You'll just be stepping out with your left foot, and you move hands like water. That just means very relaxed hands, almost like you're feeling the air. That's the way you might want to think about that. Good, and then you come to feet together. So that's just your opening now. Let's try it a couple times. Then you get to practice everything. Keep those elbows nice and relaxed when you do that. And then feet together. Again. Doing just this could be relaxing. And sometimes Tai Chi people or practitioners or whatever we call it, we'll just practice this up and down. You can raise the body. And then lower. So anyway, and then we'd be coming to hold the ball as our next move. So I want to just practice holding the ball. And so all you're going to do is step to the side, switch to the other side, holding the ball on the other side. Really all you're doing is basically holding a big ball, or imagine you're holding a big ball. This foot, probably about 10% of your weight on it, and this foot's most your weight. And then you're going to switch feet. So part of this is feeling the weight shift. Just keep shifting. And if you got distance, go ahead and just keep traveling forward with it. Just keep practicing it. And part of the deal is not to let it feel so sterile, like it's not you. Make it kind of, your emotion. Make it feel good. Feel the flow of everything. Going back and forth is all. See, so you can practice all your different Tai Chi forms as just one form going back and forth. And you can always do these seated as well. That gives you the work of that circulation and everything that we get going on there. That upper body. Good. So that's hold the ball. Really, you get lots of practice on that because we always reset at that position. That's kind of our set point. All right. So we're going to start with holding the ball on this side here, be your right side. And we're going to go ahead and go into parting the wild horse's mane. So we're going to step out in Tai Chi, or in karate terms, this is often called a ward off, where you're warding something off or blocking here, and then you're going to stroke that horse's mane, coming down to about there. And then you're going to rock the foot back, come in, and then come to holding the ball here. Step out to the other side, heel the toe or heel the ball of the foot, ward off, part the wild horse's mane. Now go ahead and keep turning the foot in, coming to holding the ball, and just alternating sides. I think this is one of the most enjoyable ways to practice because you can just go from one to the other, not try to remember a bunch of moves. It's kind of the thing. You just got to remember one. You just keep practicing it over and over. Good. And in a minute, we can put 2 moves together. We could do the Repulse Monkey and come forward and then go back with that one, you see. But let's just go back and practice that a little more. I want to go back so you can really see me now. So here we go, holding the ball on that right side. And we're going to step off this side here. 1, rock back, turn the foot, hold the ball. Now you step out basically at a diagonal. And notice that I always go heel to toe, come into it, settle, and then rock back, turn the foot in, and then come to the other side. And you're just going back and forth. kind of formulate your own breath. I'm like, exhale, inhale, exhale. So you might think about that as you practice it the next time through. I'm just going to go back and, like I said, we just practice these over and over. I'm going to practice that part the wild horse's mane, stepping heel to toe. Start working my breathing a little bit here. And you can even rock up to the ball of the foot here. So many different styles and way to do things. Sometimes that's kind of how it's done, really. A lot of styles will do it this way. It also works your balance and the weight shifting. So many things you can work. Breathing, weight shifting. I'm just going to do one more round of that. So here we go. I'm just going to work my weight shift forward, back, down, nice and slow. Heel, up to the balls of the feet, back, and down. Good. And for some people that have been doing this for a while, I'd like to show you a bit more of an advanced thing that you can work. You might have heard of preloading before. I'll show you what preloading is. It just kind of can complicate things a little bit at the start, so that's why we don't always work it. But it is something you could definitely integrate into your form. So what you do is a great form to show you on parting the wild horse's mane. So what you do is you start here. The preload is here. All you're doing is like kind of like loading up, like as if you're casting a fishing pole. You're just kind of loading up, and then you come out, rock back, and then come to here. Reload here. It might take some work to put that all together, but you can practice it this way. And really what I feel on this is that it really gets you moving the body with the arms more, putting it all together so that your body goes right along with those arms, which is how the real part of Tai Chi, that one of the parts that you want to realize is that not just moving your arms and moving your legs, but it really comes all together after some point. You know, and I'm practicing too, so don't follow me exactly always. So that's preloading, something you can practice. Again, you're just basically, you'd be just coming, and it's like you're winding up for that. Okay, so let's move on to the third one, single whip. So single whip, we're gonna be, where do we start, huh? We're gonna start here, hold the ball. You always start here, that's your reset point. And this time, instead of stepping diagonal, we're gonna step off to the side, heel to toe, and then you kind of whip here. I'm not sure if that's what we're considering the whip. This is more like a hook here. And so we're gonna kind of come into it, heel palm, hook, and you can even come up to the balls of the feet more, rock back, turn the foot in, and then come to holding the ball. And then you step out, single whip, you rock up more, back, and out. So you can do quite a few of these. It doesn't take up a lot of space. You can keep traveling forward with it. Great way to practice your forms. Just working one move over and over. See if you can feel that whole body moving together on this one. Might even try that preload. So you can kind of work all those different things and really focus rather than trying to do it with each different move. kind of fun to just practice one and see how it goes for you. Good. Let's go ahead and come step back. Like I said, you can go forward quite a bit on that one. So we'll practice one more round here. It's pretty simple too. So you're here, step to the side, heel palm, whip. It does make you kind of work those fingers a little, huh? You got to change how your hands are positioned here, and then bring it to your ball, open it up, back up. Find it a little harder to rock up on this one because we're so far sideways. But that's the thing, is you can practice all those different things. Really working it. Work your breathing. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I'll kind of show you how I breathe on this one. I kind of go in and then out. And then in and out. In, out, in, and out. Another thing to practice would be just to slow them down, work longer breathing. Be a longer video too, that's for sure. But really you could, and I would recommend kind of making it real slow. That's really the point of it almost, is to practice it a little fast probably a lot of times. But really slowing it down. But just for the purpose of instructing, I'm kind of speeding it up a little bit a lot of times. So get inside yourself, slow it down a little bit, work your breathing. All right, you ready for the next one? So next one's move hands like clouds. Where do we start at? Oh my gosh, we start right here. Holding the ball, same spot as we started before. So move hands like clouds though, what you might think about is this hand goes counterclockwise, this one goes clockwise. That's kind of a good way to start it out. And then you step out. That might be the opposite for you on the video, but one hand goes one way, which is the out, and the other hand goes the other way, which is the out, coming that way. Think of it that way. So you're here, out, this one out, and then this one kind of comes down and across, almost like it's just petting the grass. And then let's go ahead and just practice that part first. So out and out, and then it kind of comes across. Good, and then you just switch. This one goes out this way, this one comes across, and then you step. This one comes up, this one comes down. This one comes up, this one comes down. And you do 3 of them. This is the third one. Then on the third one, we'll touch our feet together pretty much, or come to that cat stance maybe you might think about. And you kind of go halfway, and then you go the other direction. Out and down. This would be 2. And then we got 1 more to go, 3. And then we come to here. Now, clearly we're going side to side, so you can practice this all day long. You don't have to go forward or back, so let's just keep practicing it for a few rounds here, okay? So here we go. 1, I'll count it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, feet together. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we come to hold the ball. Try it again. Up and down. Switch hands. Switch hands again. Switch hands again. Switch hands again. Come the feet together. Switch the hands. Switch. 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 And then you come to hold the ball. Another thing you might think about, and this kind of puts together the body with the hands, is you're kind of looking at this upper hand with your eyes. So let's try that now. And I'll just tell you what hand you're looking at. So here you go. You're going to step out and you'll be looking at the left hand and then the right hand and then the left and then the right and then the left. Come the feet together. Go back to the right, left, right, left, right, and then hold the ball. Now at the end of that move, you might think about you're here, and all you're going to do is turn this hand palm up and then this hand palm down. That's how you'll hold the ball. Okay, so let's go through it a couple more times and begin. Just go with me here. Try to move it with the body more if you can. Put the whole thing together. And then hold the ball. We can just meet back at the spot in case somebody's slower or faster, but I'm going to try to slow it down in this next round. Okay, so let's try that. About half as fast as we were going. And back to center. Good. Again, go ahead and just practice on your own. Don't follow me. I don't always do it right. Just kidding. You can follow me a little bit. I try. But I've been only practicing this for a while, not like karate. Excellent. But I will tell you one thing that I've learned from karate is you can always advance even the basics of moves. You know, we had these techniques where we'd block, kick, chop, and we'd work it over and over and over. But eventually you're able to block, kick, chop. I mean, you're doing it so fast and so good that your movement completely changes. And that's the thing is you might kind of feel locked into a certain way, but just keep doing it. And then the form itself will kind of change your body motions and it'll kind of make you a whole nother person basically. All right, so let's go and practice it one more time. And then we'll move on to Repulse Monkey. Here we go. Nice and slow. Excellent. But there definitely has to be a time where you start to just do it on your own, not watch me so much. That's a big part of it. Let's go ahead and do Repulse Monkey next. So we'll start up a little further because you want to be going backward or in reverse. We don't do anything backwards around here. We're going to go in reverse, stepping back with that foot that's on the, I'll show you here. The foot that's on the ground, kind of just barely touching. It's going to step back. And you come to pretty much like this, and then let those come up to where your shoulders almost start to come up here, but not quite. And then you rotate your hands over. And then we're gonna come to holding the ball on the other side. And then from there we step back, turn the hands up, and then here. Yeah. So we'll start back over from the beginning here. Up, you have to walk up a little bit maybe. And we're gonna step back. 1, 2, and then hold the ball. 1, 2. And we can keep practicing as long as you got some distance there. You can keep going backward on it. But what I want to do, we'll keep practicing Repulse Monkey, but then I want to put Part the Wild Horse's Mane and Repulse Monkey together. going back and forth basically. So keep practicing this one for a couple more times. You're here, step back, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And ideally you're stepping straight back. I'm just going to walk up again. I don't have a ton of room for that one. Step back. Good. So I think you've got it. You can always rewind the video and play it over and over too. Let's go ahead and practice from here, holding the ball. And we're going to part the wild horse's mane. You might even step up a little further on this to practice it with Repulse Monkey, so we can really get the distance. Step up, part the wild horse's mane, turn the foot in, come here, and then Repulse Monkey. As long as you don't get it confused after a while and think that you're supposed to go to Repulse Monkey after you do part the wild horse's mane. Because now I'm just going to go forward again, and back and forth. But see, that's another way to advance yourself in Tai Chi, is to link these two together, for instance, and not always use the same pattern. So then you have to actually think about the moves that you're doing. And I'm just repeating this over and over. Going back and forth between the two. Good. So what I want to do now is finish with showing you putting it all together. So that's just different ways you can practice the forms. But let's put it all together, and we'll practice that about 3 or 4 times. And then you can always, once again, keep watching over and over if you want to. But by now it should kind of be inside you, or by the time we work this next cycle here. So start with opening, inhale, step out, and exhale. Come to the side, hold the ball. And other side. Part the wild horse's mane. Or no, I'm sorry. Hold the ball again. So we got to reset, right? And here we go. Part the wild horse's mane. And other side. Single whip. And other side. Move hands like clouds. Repulse Monkey. Excellent. So that would be the first 5 forms. See how we practice them as a form, and then put them all together as 8 different forms, basically. But so far we've done 5 of them. All right, so practice this 3 or 4 more times, and then we'll let you go here. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to go a little slower. Hold the ball on this side. And other side. Keep switching one more time. Part the wild horse's mane. Single whip. Move hands like clouds. Repulse Monkey. Excellent. So let's do two more. I'll go ahead and just let you know when we're on each of the forms in terms of numbers now. All right, so start with the opening. This would be your first form, holding the ball. And the second one, part the wild horse's mane. Third one, single whip. Fourth one, move hands like clouds. And the fifth one, Repulse Monkey. Excellent. All right, so I'm going to go through it one more time with you. I invite you to kind of hopefully do it on your own, and I'll just kind of meet you at the end. So go ahead and get started. You can always follow me if you need to. If you're advanced, try to feel the whole body moving together. Excellent. All right. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining me for the second video of the year. Go ahead and just keep practicing.